Hey everybody, Simon Hudson here in beautiful Squamish, British Columbia with your weekly real estate roundup for the week ending Friday, March the 8th, 2024. Market this week was pretty interesting. So we had 26 new listings and 5 new sales posted. Now, last week there were a bunch of listings came on and there were a bunch of properties that went under contract, but they won't show up on our reports until subjects get removed. And right now we're getting subject removals in about 14 days. So next week will be really interesting to see what happens. So we'll have to track that. But I think at the meantime, seeing 26 new listings come on is pretty big. And that brings us up to a listing tally as of today of 178. We're increasing at about 10% per week, which is a crazy fast rate to be increasing heading into March. So that's where we're at with the supply. Demand is kind of soft right now. We're getting a lot of people looking. As I said last week, there were a few people that bought, but there hasn't been a massive amount of purchasing and certainly none coming through. So what we're looking at right now is, I think anyways, we've got an economy that's not super strong. Interest rates aren't good. So the only people that are buying are the people that kind of have to buy, like somebody who's got a new kid and needs to buy a bigger house, or somebody whose mortgage is coming due and they really can't afford the interest rates where they're at. And then as a result, they have to downsize. So I think we're in a little bit of a supply and demand change from what we've seen in the past, whereby I think that people just honestly they won't move unless they have to, because it's going to change their payments so dramatically. And with the economy and the uncertainty that's around there, that's never the best thing when it comes to real estate. If there's a high level of uncertainty as there is right now, there's speculation that interest rates might even go up, speculation that interest rates could go down. And with that, people just aren't willing to take the plunge because it could change dramatically their financial situation. And given that inflation's been where it is, of course, people are concerned about that. So there's a lot of extraneous factors as well as the current market dynamics in Squamish. So generally, like I said, we're getting listings are creeping up. Prices have not come down. Now, if you're in a specific market area or a market price point, you'll find that it's a very good market, and other price points aren't necessarily. I was just making notes and looking at basically a townhouse, $899, $899,000 and lower. You're getting multiple offers. And if not, you're getting it sold very, very close to the asking, or someone's purchasing early and giving asking price with a short term of subjects. Now, if that townhouse or if a townhouse is priced at $1,000,001 or above, they'll sit for a little bit longer. Now, it's $200,000. It is a fairly substantial amount, but we're really talking about $1,000 a month. And this is what I mean. People can't afford that extra $1,000 a month. And when you can't afford $1,000 a month, it's sort of indicating that maybe prices have become too steep for some people. Now, when you get into the housing market, we're at about $1,400,000 if it has a suite. And then it's a really active market. $1,500,000, you get a little less active. And then when you get into the 1.7s and above, the market is not super active in those with suites. So again, super price sensitive market. Even though supply is coming on, demand isn't there because people can't go on. Now, just to keep in mind, in Squamish, we do have an incredible rental market. So you're really looking at high prices for rentals. So I'm not sure where the banks are at with that, but it's probably a call a place next week and see where we're at. But I think they're not taking into account current rental rates when they're looking at approving people for mortgages with suites. So I think that's something we got to look into for next week. In the meantime, bit of a stagnant market. We'll see where it goes from here. And yeah, we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Subscribe down below. Let me know if you have any questions. You can post them in the comments and I'll take care of them. And have a great week. I hope spring comes soon. We're not too far away. Take care.